In 8.7, we're going to focus a little bit more on bioaccumulation biomagnification. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it since I did talk about it a lot in the last video. So, as a reminder, bioaccumulation is the absorption and concentration of elements or compounds in a living organism. They're most commonly going to be fat-soluble compounds because they get stored in the fatty tissue. And so once they've consumed this pop or, whatever it is, it doesn't go away. It just stays there. And so it accumulates over an organism's lifetime. Biomagnification occurs as we go up the food chain. And that's because with each successive trophic level, they're consuming more and more of the previous trophic level because, that 10% rule, they need more food to maintain all the energy they need to do. So because they're eating so many of those organisms, they're also consuming all the toxins that organism or those organisms, have accumulated in their lifetime. So we see a really high concentration of that toxin way up on the food chain than if we look at further down the food chain. And so that's why we start to see the health effects up here. All right, so I want to talk a little bit more about DDT. DDT stands for dichloro-diphenyl trichloroethane. It was a really popular pesticide originally created in 1874 and became widely used after World War II because it was used to control mosquito populations to decrease malaria and typhus outbreaks. Well, it was found not even a century later that was causing eggshell thinning in predatory birds. So even though it didn't kill them directly, didn't kill them upon eating all this stuff with DDT, eagles and osprey were sitting on their eggs and causing them to get crushed and die. And so without a lot of offspring, their populations decreased. It has since been banned in the United States and all other industrialized nations, especially with the Stockholm Convention in 2001, but it is still used in some developing countries where malaria is more of an issue, and it's an effective pesticide. Mercury is another one. Most of it comes from burning coal, but can also derive from smelters, cement production, waste disposal, industrial production of all sorts of items if it contains mercury. And its big thing is that it causes damage to major organism and causes Menomotic disease. PCBs are polychlorinated biphenyls. So they are this great compound that are resistant to acids and bases and heat. So they were used in all sorts of materials, especially electrical equipment and things like adhesive, flame retardants, carbonless copy paper, but then was found that it was working its way up the food chain and causing fertility issues, developmental issues, immune response issues, and also cancer. So it is since banned.